Help Heal Veterans, we are a national nonprofit located here in Riverside County, and our mission is to heal the invisible wounds of war through creativity. And we've been doing this for just about 55 years now. And we support the healing process of veterans, active duty military, and their families as they recover from things like traumatic brain injury or concussion, post-traumatic stress disorder, uh, substance abuse, bringing families together, all those ways that creative can be used to help heal the invisible wounds of war and also build resiliency for any future trauma. I'm Captain Joe McClain, U.S. Navy retired, and I'm the CEO of Help Heal Veterans here in Winchester, California. When you suffer from something like a TBI or PTSD, it's not this one trick pony or a silver bullet that's going to make you feel better. It's going to be a journey, a process. And what we do is we provide tools to clinicians, caregivers, and whatnot to help someone on that journey. And day to day, it is a journey itself. Sometimes you may be feeling great, sometimes maybe not so great. And what creativity can do, be it some of the craft kits, creative products you provide, is provide a tool to help you kind of get through that day.
Although we are local here in the IE, we do send our kits nationally across the country, and this board shows the places that we have sent to over the past year, as well as the places that we have sent to in the past. And we also send to forward operating bases or have in the past places where soldiers are deployed for combat stress.
This kit is a luggage tag, and it is made out of Southwest Airlines seats. So when the seats come off the plane, Southwest sends those to us. We disassemble them and make kits out of them. So another way that we're reducing the footprint and helping to recycle old stuff. The next kit we have is a small utility pouch, and it is made out of deer skin. And the deer skin is donated to us by the Benevolent Protective Order of the Elks organization. So they have it tanned and then sent to us, and we use that to make these kits.
The first letter I got when I got here maybe 10 years ago was from a veteran that said, "Thanks so much for what you do. I don't think about suicide as much anymore." And it can be something just that major in their lives. And it's not so much that, oh, I did this, now I'm better. But maybe it's just that one thing that kind of helped them come down and help them reconsider what choices they would make. Sometimes you talk about people who are suicide ideation or people who have committed suicide, which as a fellow veteran, it's a lot of the folks that we serve with. And I've lost a friend or two to suicide. And it's that sine wave, that kind of comes up where you think, I didn't have any idea that this was something that he was dealing with, but only because you saw them at their peak, you didn't see them at that valley type of thing. And a lot of our folks, I've heard also from parents of veterans, or not a veteran, someone who's lost, or I should say rather, who that my son, was killed in Afghanistan, but he died here, and there's something he carried over. So the fact that we can help maybe be a tool that maybe help prevent someone from committing suicide, along with a doctor's care, just a tool, but that can be pretty amazing. I'll tell you another story about a young Marine Raider who I met in Camp Pendleton going through the Intrepid Spirit Center over there, which is a outpatient traumatic brain injury treatment area. And he was a big, tough Marine like a lot of you guys are, but you could tell he's a little fragile. When you suffer from a TBI, sometimes it's hard to get through day to day because your brain is still healing, kind of a thing. And he came up with tears in his eyes and he thanked us for this motorcycle wooden kit that we made. He said, I never knew we could do something like that. He had his wife with him, and he was just so amazed that he could do something creative with his hands and made such a big difference and helped him in his healing process. For all of us, I think what we miss most about being in the military is you're part of a tribe. You're there part of something bigger than yourself. And when you step out of the military, it takes you a while to reconnect and find your tribe, find where you belong, because you've been part of something so special from before. You could trust the person, the man or woman next to you. You're there undergoing the same hardships. That bonds people. That tribe it's no joke. And sometimes that's hard. So I think some of the biggest challenges that our folks face is trying to find where they belong. If you know someone who needs some help, please encourage them to get help. The VA, is a great resource for folks. They're active duty military, their command is a great resource. So sometimes it's, somebody who's been in the military who will ask for help from anybody but themselves. Help my brother, help my sister, I'm okay. And you hear this all the time. So it takes a friend, a family member to encourage someone to take that first step. Hey, you should go talk to somebody, or if you think they're maybe threatening their own life, try, let someone know. Take their gun away, whatever that right first step is, but just don't be passive. Take that first step, because they may not do it themselves. They think, hey, I'm okay, help my friend. So be their friend and give them a hand. I'm Captain Joe McClain, and you're watching IE Now.